Now what's a man gotta do to get that sort of attention from you?
If that's the sort of attention you want, Larson, you're well on your way.
Sounds like fun, but I'm only here to make an introduction.
What's going on, everybody? Applerski back with part 2 of the Tomb Raider Anniversary Platinum Guide. And this one, I'm actually covering all 4 levels of the Peru section. Kind of testing the format here. This is going to be kind of like high level. I'm only going to focus on the artifacts and relic locations to try to like shorten the length and make it as least parts as possible. I know like some of you guys that watch my Tomb Raider Legend guide a year or so ago, that was kind of like my first my first platinum trophy guide I ever did. So for this one, I wanted to try something a little bit different, a little bit time efficient. So if you guys like the format, please leave it in the comments and I'll continue with the next parts the same way. Naturally, some of the later levels are going to be a little bit longer because if you watch my Croft Manor video, I kind of described how later in the game the relics and artifacts are kind of like multi-step processes to obtaining them. So those ones will be a little bit more in-depth, but if you want to see more gameplay of actual like walkthroughs on the future levels, I will change it. But let me know in the comments if that's something you want. If not, I'll keep it the same. Now, here we are. This is like the first introduction to like the main story campaign after we've completed Croft Manor. And replaying this, it kind of made me laugh because Uncharted 2 had a very similar area in Nepal, even with a guide similar to this guy that's here. His name is Tenzin. He kind of like follows Nate around or whatever. So I think that was kind of like a homage to this in a way. I just thought I'd point that out. But there's only a couple artifacts and I think maybe one relic in this first level. This level is very, very simple. It's kind of like a tutorial. Nothing too dramatic when it comes to the puzzles. So I will be fast forwarding it like you're going to see coming up. I have a section kind of fast forwarding to get to the section where the first artifact is at. So basically, you just got to get up there and press that button after talking to Tenzin. And once you do that, a little cutscene will play out. Which is actually, pretty cool. Seeing these cutscenes for the first time back in the day when they released this remake. If you don't know, this is a remake of the original game, kind of reimagining in a way. Keeping a lot of the same stuff intact, but adding new traversal stuff like from Tomb Raider Legend and the combat kind of from Tomb Raider Legend. So it's pretty cool. And it looks like we're going to be getting a remake of this again. So the Game Awards tomorrow at the time of this recording, we'll see. So hopefully they're going to announce the remake and the new entry I'm hoping for. So we shall see. So this video is only going to get us 4 trophies, I believe. But I will be showing all the locations of artifacts and relics to get closer to those 2 trophies of finding all the artifacts and relics, which in turn unlocks all the costumes and concept art and everything else needed for kind of like the in-game trophy mop-up kind of deal. So this is the first one right here. I'm going to jump across here. Now this can be a little tricky. Once you jump here, you're going to slide down and then make the jump. See, I missed it, but with the power of the new rewind feature, we don't have to start from scratch. We can just rewind. Could you imagine if we had that back in the day? Games would have been so much easier. Either way, this is artifact number 1 of the level. Then moving along here, speeding it up. And there's going to be some cuts too of major sections. Like I said in the beginning, I kind of left out. Either way, that shows 1 of 3 artifacts, and then there's 1 relic in the game, or in the level as well, which is at the very end of the level. So now moving along, once you get to this section here, you want to slide down and make that jump with the grappling hook. Descend a little bit, jump and grab that ledge, but instead of going the main path, once you get to this spot, you can see there's another ledge there. You're going to want to turn around, drop down, and then right here you can't see it, but you're going to want to do like a back eject because there's another ledge on the other side. See, boom. And that's artifact number 2. And then just make your way down safely, however you see fit. I think I just jumped for it. Lose some health, oh well. Remember, as you pick up med kits, just a reminder, don't use them because there is that trophy for having 30 small med kits and 15 large all at once. So don't use any med kits that you pick up until you've popped that trophy. So right there you can see the next artifact. I'm just kind of showing you where it is. And this is how we're going to get it. As you go across this bridge, it's going to snap. And then you're going to get attacked by... Well, maybe not. Maybe I already took the wolves out. It depends on how you do it. If you just jump down there, you fight the wolves off. If you go across the bridge, then you'd have to fight the wolves anyways. Either way, climb up that broken bridge now. Moving on over here to the right to the second bridge. Cross through here. Now this is like a little hidden way because I showed you where the artifact was. And this is me just kind of trying to remember how to get it. You know, I haven't played this game in so long. But basically over in this section, you're going to want to jump down. And there's going to be a bear down here that you're going to have to take care of. So watch out for that. Yeah, I suck at the combat in this game. I get a little better, but I don't know. Combat is my least worry about this game since there's no combat related trophies. So there it is, bam. So that was like, see, now you're back at the area that we were just at, but that's how you get that. So we're going to check now. That's all 3 artifacts. Now we just need the relic. And the relic is at the very end of the level. So once you get the door open, obviously I cut out how to do it, but it's pretty straightforward how to open it. Don't go through the door because that'll end the level. You're going to want to go back up here and go around. I'm not sure if there's any wolves here or not. I don't think there is. But you're going to want to go around because once the door opens, what happens is it shoots these like poles like this. It shoots some out that you couldn't access before, you couldn't reach before. So you're going to want to go back up here, and basically we're going to do a repeat of what we did to open the door with one minor little difference. So once you jump up here, you're going to want to back eject to the pole and immediately jump off. See, I messed up right there, just to kind of show you guys. As soon as you jump, because it starts to move, you're going to want to hit that jump and grab that ledge there. Now you can see those poles are sticking out and you can actually reach them, right? So swing across, grab that ledge, jump up, back eject, jump up, and there's the relic right there. First relic of the game. The Killer Whale Bottle. 700 AD. Wow, it's old. Now, from there, just make your way down safely and continue on. You'll end the level and pop the trophy for Return to Roots. So that's your first level trophy. in the next section, I believe there's only one artifact in the next section. So as you can see, all 3 artifacts and the 1 relic. So once you get into this area, it's like the little village area. Once you got the key and everything, take this box and drag it over here to this pole. The controls on these boxes are frustrating me. Really old school. Either way, drag it over here. That way you can jump up and grab that pole. Oh, see? Messed the jump up. A little unconventional, but it works. This one's a little bit tricky, actually. The jump that you need to make to get to the area. Took me a couple of tries to get it right, but I edited it out, so I'll just kind of explain it. So jump over here, get up onto this ledge, and from here, there's a little grapple point up there. But what you're going to want to do is grapple and lower yourself. So that way you can get like a full swing. So keep rocking back and forth until you feel like you can reach it. I think I actually get helped from the ledge. It bumps me. Yeah, see, boom. So either way, you got the rewind feature. If you mess up, just keep rewinding. Eventually you'll get it. It took me about 3 or 4 tries, and then you're going to find that one lonely artifact in the level. And there's no relics, so just continue on. And once you get to this point, Overgrown City trophy should pop, and it shows right there, 1 of 1 artifacts, no relics. Moving on to the Lost Valley. Now this part I wanted to kind of do a little bit more with, because it kind of has that iconic Velociraptor and T-Rex section, which is obviously a sign of the times. This came out the same year, or maybe a year later, as Jurassic Park. Dinosaurs were very popular, so that's really the only reason they put them in here, is because of their popularity. I could have done without them, especially with the new remake. I'd like to see that scene cut completely, because it just doesn't make sense, unless they're going to have like an explanation of why they're there. But either way, moving on. So once you get later in the level, once you get the first cog wheel piece, there's 3 in total, you're going to want to jump over here. And what this part is going to show is setting up how to retrieve the relic. Now, I'm not sure if you can get the relic right here. You might be able to, but I got it at the end of the level after like solving the cog puzzle and like opening the waterfall. Because I'm not sure if it'll let you get it, even though you open the area right here. I'm not sure if you can get it here. Either way, you can try it. Doesn't harm to try it. Doesn't hurt to try. But I'm just showing you the setup. So that switch is going to open the gate, and inside that cave is where the relic is at. But the water's moving very rapidly, so I'm not sure if you can drop down in there and get into that cave. It's literally right under you. But either way, I come back for it. So let's go ahead and knock out the artifacts first. Alright, so a little bit later on, this is on the way to the dinosaur section. We're going to grab the first artifact here. And I think there's 3 total. Maybe 2 in a relic. I can't quite remember. But you can see down in that little cove down there, that's where the artifact is at. So you're going to want to come down here. It's a little tricky because you have to jump onto that slanted platform and then immediately jump backwards. See, I biffed it right there, but basically you're going to want to land there, slide down, and jump and grab that little ledge there. That way you can shimmy around. And see, this isn't just me trying to figure it out. So climb back up. Keep in mind, too, you have the rewind feature. At this point in the game, I kept forgetting about it. So it really does come in handy to some of these like trickier jumps. See, there I got it. Bam. That grab that little ledge, shimmy around, and then back eject to the little hidden alcove, and you're going to grab the first artifact of the level. Okay, yeah, 2 artifacts total, so 1 of 2. Now, the next one is much later after you defeat the T-Rex in this area. Once you get to this area, across the bridge here, and you're going to want to climb up this little side here. And drop down, shimmy over, and then jump up. Jump to that one. You can see the path. Boom. Now here's the tricky part. So you can go across, which is the main way out, but that water slope, or sorry, the water slope is the main way out, but what you want to do is jump across that and get down here. Boom. And then there's artifact number 2. I don't know, it wasn't letting me pick it up for some reason, so there's artifact number 2. So that's the artifacts done in the level. Now we just need to go back and grab the relic, which I don't show how to solve the puzzle, the waterfall puzzle. It's pretty self-explanatory. It does take some time, but much later, once you've opened up, raised the gate and split the waterfall to where you can continue through the cave, before we do that, we need to grab the artifact. So jump into the pool, but don't continue on through the waterfall passage yet. We're going to go back and grab the relic. Again, if you try to get it earlier, like I mentioned, when you open that grate, see if you can get it, because I'm curious if you can get it at that point or if you have to wait until you've completed the puzzle to get it. And let me know in the comments, because I'm curious. Would have saved a little bit of time if you can grab it immediately after opening the gate. So you're going to want to crawl under here. And see, this is, like I mentioned earlier, it's literally like right down there in the water. I was like hesitant to jump in because I didn't know if I was going to get taken away by the water. But I fall in anyways and notice, oh, it's not taking me. So just swim into this cave, come around the corner, and there's the relic. The Caro mug. Now from there, you're just going to continue the level, make sure you've got everything. So it looks like we do. 2 of 2 artifacts, 1 of 1 relics. And then do a stylish little dive into the little lake. And go through the waterfall. And that's another trophy you'll pop. Prehistoric Encounters. So 3 levels down of 4. And all collectibles so far. And as you notice, it'll tell you it unlocks outfits and all that stuff for collecting those things. Now we're in the Tomb of Coalapec. I think there's only 2 artifacts and no relics in this level, if I'm not mistaken. So once you reach this point, this one's a little tricky. I did my best editing it to make it like most efficient, but basically once that ball comes through and breaks that part of the bridge, you're going to want to go down there and position this pillar in a way to where you can jump across and enter that little other like area. And it's going to probably take you a few times. I edited it to where it looks like I did it my first try, which I definitely didn't. Because you're going to have to position it in a way. See, I missed a jump there, but with our lucky handy-dandy rewind feature, we could just go back to where that never happened. And right here, I make the jump. So boom, you're going to make the jump. And then don't try to jump across because you won't make it. Instead, jump over here and kind of take it slow and position yourself to where you can side jump and make it in there. Boom. Looks a lot simpler than it actually is. So don't get frustrated with it. Just, you know, take some time rearranging that pillar, because it does have to kind of be in a certain area for you to be able to make the jump. But once you're in here, just follow along. Watch out for the traps here. But drop down. And it's hidden over here around the corner. Boom. So that's artifact number 1. And then just climb the poles to get out. Moving along into this section, once you come into this area here, this is kind of a fun one actually. You're going to want to grab the crate that's tucked into this wall and push it down, push it off the platform. There might be some wolves in here, I'm not sure. I think there is, but either way, you'll find that. You'll find out. You'll know. But then grab the crate and move it over to that pillar where you can see you can grab onto those ledges. Boom, boom, and then back eject to the pillar. Turn around, jump over here. Once again. And then back eject onto this pole. Jump to that platform there. And then climb up, make your way up. Oh, she was going for a little stretch. And then back eject to this pole. Now climb all the way to the top, and you could barely see there's actually like a little entrance in there, a little hidden area. So you're going to want to back eject to that. Do your stylish little pull-up maneuver for somersault, and it's right there. Boom. I'm going to do a little quick check. So 2 of 2. We're done with the level, and we're going to pop the next trophy you'll see at the end. I'll go ahead and let the cutscene play out. That's all for this one. Let me know if this format's working for you. Hopefully it helps. And I'll catch you guys on the next one, which is Greece. See you guys later. Applerski out.
Pieces of the Scion, diviners of its knowledge, sacred rulers of Atlantis.
I'd love to join you.
This is only one piece of the Scion. Where's the rest of it?
Give me a minute.